Good morning and thank you for coming out this morning. Before I begin, I'd like to extend a very warm measure of thanks to Joanne Goldman and Rachel Waterman for their service to the city.
Yeah.
I wish them nothing less than the best of health and happiness for the future. I'd also like to welcome Commissioner Amoroso and wish him a happy birthday. And Mayor Torello to the commission. I wish them good luck and let them know how truly excited I am. To have the opportunity to serve with them for the next 2 years. That said, I can't begin to tell you how humbled.
Good.
We know Scott, you just like me. It's okay.
Love you, Scott.
We love you. Come on, baby.
How humbled I am to be able to serve you for a third term. Although I may have been in Phoenix since last Tuesday, I want you to know that even from 2,300 miles away, I have sensed a level of enthusiasm and eager anticipation of better things to come for Lake Worth that I've not seen in a long, long time.
That's right.
Yes.
Enthusiasm and anticipation of a city government and a city hall poised to do the work of the people for the people. Enthusiasm and anticipation of a city government that will no longer demonstrate vision and leadership by its words, but rather by its deeds. Enthusiasm and anticipation of a city government that creates good policy and understands that incentivizing and facilitating the needs of business and neighborhood development is at the core of driving a sound, long-lasting economic redevelopment. And of course, an enthusiasm and an anticipation of a city government that understands that balanced messaging of the reality of our situation, both good and bad, is preferential to focusing on the direction of those shiny objects that prove to be no more than time and resource wasters and do little to advance the well-being of many of the most needy in our community.
All right. Yay!
Folks, the time has come to take a step back and to reevaluate and reprioritize our community's true needs. It's time to openly and honestly assess the true needs versus our wants, or our nice-to-dos, or in some cases, our personal agendas.
Yeah.
Lake Worth, just like every city and town across America, must make economic development its first and only priority. While it is wise to look to the future and vision accordingly, it is equally, if not more important, to deal with the here and the now, in real time, and with meaningful and measurable results. Every elected official, every city employee, must rededicate and rediscipline themselves to assure that what we are doing at any given minute of our day speaks directly and measurably to the advancement of the mission of facilitating the growth of existing businesses, attracting new businesses, creating more jobs, or encouraging home ownership. Then and only then will we have truly positioned ourselves favorably to compete and thrive during this, the most challenging of economic times we find ourselves. I believe that economic prosperity for our city will be best achieved when we restructure, redeploy, and position code enforcement as a tool to battle neighborhood blight and the slumlord that contribute to that blight. I believe that economic prosperity can be best achieved when we develop a streamlined, single point of contact permitting program that effectively sets new and existing businesses up for success, not for disappointment, anxiety, or lost profits.
Yay!
I believe that economic prosperity can be best achieved when we recognize that creating more jobs for our existing residents while attracting new residents can be best achieved by making the redevelopment of our Park of Commerce the #1 priority on our road to long-term sustainable economic prosperity.
Good show.
Therefore, to help assure that economic development and prosperity, as well as our city's fiscal well-being, become and remain our #1 priority, allow me to offer you just a sampling of some of the issues that we'll be asking this commission to consider during the next few months. Number 1, I will challenge our city staff to find realistic incentives and value-added services that will encourage and stimulate economic development. Number 2, as quickly as practical, I will ask staff to redeploy manpower away from the energy conservation program and place them into code enforcement with an eye on eliminating.
All right. Good show.
I increase in surcharge from your electric bills as soon as possible.
Yes.
I will ask staff to support and facilitate in any way the efforts of the CRA's NSP2 program to assure its ultimate success.
Yay!
And at a minimum, and as quickly as possible, return height restrictions to the levels that are consistent with our city charter.
Yes.
Yes.
I will ask that we direct the city to immediately stop all non-essential spending and/or procurement proceedings immediately.
Good show.
I will call for immediate review of the recently adopted general fund budget to identify and eliminate most, if not all, of the new spending initiatives, new personnel, and waste. I will ask that we direct the city administration, they have 1 week to find a way to eliminate the fire assessment. In conclusion, I believe it is time to recognize that local government works for us rather than the other way around. It's time to recognize that we must identify and assess our strengths and then play to those strengths. It's time to recognize we must do all that we can do realistically to get out of the way, so to speak, when it comes to the over-regulating of the processes that inhibit economic growth. And I think it's time to recognize that we must reverse the unhealthy cycle of businesses and residents de-investing in Lake Worth to actually investing in Lake Worth by recognizing that economic development truly begins at home through our own initiatives, not through the federal or state government, and certainly not through unduly dependence on grants or programs that are often costly, cumbersome to administer, and usually come with strings attached or unintended consequences. So as we embrace this new commission to its fullest energy and promise, here is the message that I want our city staff, our residents, our business community, and the investment communities to hear loud and clear from this day forward. And the message is this: check out Lake Worth, because Lake Worth is now open for business.